Hello, welcome to Spotlight on Service. My name is Laura Hicks, and today we have with us Wayne Oates. Wayne, thank you for coming in and chatting with us.
My
Now,
pleasure.
you are a golf pro, right?
Retired.
Retired golf pro, but I don't think that ever goes away. You're still, you still have that pro behind you, right?
Yep.
So tell me, what are your credentials?
Well, I've taught golf at various clubs for years, probably mostly in the West, starting in Alberta, then went to Ontario for quite a few years, taught at a multitude of different clubs, and of course crossed many rather well-known people within the industry that have really added to my background. But I still enjoy teaching.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not involved in the business so much anymore, but certainly in teaching.
Right. So it says you've been a former member of CPGA.
Yeah, Canadian Professional Golfers Association.
Okay. And?
The Canadian Society of Club Managers.
Okay.
And in Ontario, I was also a member of the Greenskeepers Association.
Oh, nice. Nice. Okay, so that's all your teaching experience. So what is, you've also put down here, the Mo Norman Natural Golf Method. What is that?
Mo Norman is a Canadian from Kitchener, Ontario. He's passed away now, but he was by no means known as the greatest striker of the golf ball ever in the world. And that was recognized by the greatest names in the PGA Tour.
Wow.
I have his book here, I'm so proud of him.
Mm-hmm.
I spent 10 winters with him in Florida, and he's really a genius for the golf game. They now use his name and his teachings as called natural golf,
Oh.
which I use a bit within my system of teaching. I don't use it all because I have my own ways too.
Sure.
But he was magnificent in his time.
Well, that sounds very interesting. I'm a golfer. I've just
Yep.
started about 12 years ago or so. So, you can look on the Golf Channel, and there's always somebody giving a lesson, and there's always somebody on Facebook giving a lesson or something like that. It's,
Yep.
And you think, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. So you go and try to apply that. I always find after I apply that, things fall apart for me for a while. But I've come to realize that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing at all. Overall, the lessons will improve your game. You just have to go through the practice, right? So do you have facilities that you can do that and give lessons here in Souris?
We do. We're a little limited for practice facilities around Souris, but now we have simulators. And the simulators are so state-of-the-art here that they will give us any kind of condition that you can run into on the golf course. You can play different golf courses on them. You can practice on them. And the great thing for me as an instructor is that it shows a picture of the swing right after you make it. Can be stopped, and we can point out exactly where you're going wrong.
Oh.
Then I can give you exercises that will improve the situation for you.
Right.
It's really, I've always done pictures of some kind, but this is really handy and very, very good for the
Wow.
student.
So the simulator picks up your swing
Yep.
and can replay it for you to see. Oh, okay.
It does automatically afterwards.
Right.
They've even got state-of-the-art lies that change. If you're playing a golf course, you don't always get a level lie.
Right.
So the computer automatically sets up your second shot. It might be a side hill lie, it might be a downhill lie, uphill lie, but it does it without you knowing it. And you've got to learn to play the shot off the side hill lie if you get one, just the same as you do on the golf course.
Right.
And then we can teach you to play that shot, because we can set the lie.
Wow.
It's really
Okay,
good.
so you can go for lessons, just practicing certain shots, going, like, being on the driving range, just practicing your swing, or you can play, I think, up to 280 golf courses it has on the simulator, and you can play a golf game
Yep.
and still get lessons from that, or, I guess lessons, I guess it depends how bad your score is.
Well, you can take the exercises that you get from the lesson, practice it for a few times, and then you can actually play the course in the wintertime.
Okay, and so then that bettering your score on that particular golf course will help you to know that your exercises are working.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Wow, wow.
It's a fabulous thing.
So, yes, I hear we have, and there's 2 theaters here in Surrey, in the same building, 2 theaters, and so you can have 4 to 6 people. You can do lessons one-on-one, but you can have 4 to 6 people playing golf as well after
Sure.
they've taken lessons.
Yeah.
That will help improve their game over the winter.
Absolutely. It's a
Okay.
marvelous winter exercise.
Yeah, yeah. Well, some people go south, and so they get to play all winter.
Yep.
In the heat. But then some people are unfortunate, and they put little holes in the ceiling of their living room because they're practicing their golf swing in the wintertime.
They do.
I'm sure you've seen that happen. But
Yeah.
it's better to go down to the facility and have their practice there. So, so the advantage is that the different flooring, the different views, different golf courses, of course, but just the fact that that simulator helps you to learn more about your swing.
You know, the old saying, a picture's worth 1,000 words. It's so much easier to see what you're doing wrong and have it pointed out to you than it is to see yourself. You can't see yourself.
Being told about it or
Yeah.
whatever. Yes, okay. So do you find that simulator is as real as a golf course?
Very much so.
Yeah.
The 2 that are here now are so real that you can feel what you're doing just as you do on the golf course. So if you get a tough downhill lie like you do at our course in Surrey, you've got to learn to play that shot. And this will give it to you to play.
Nice. So is the Surrey Golf Course on this simulator as well?
I don't believe so.
No, because I think this is probably an American,
Well,
290 courses, that's still a lot of courses, but.
throughout the world. However, they're not easy golf courses. A lot of them are difficult, and you can't expect to play them like the pros do. But it can certainly give you the experience of one of those golf courses. These units are made by the Korean people, and they are so good at it that they have provided a lot of them. I know there's about 20 of them been put in Winnipeg. And we're very fortunate here to have 2 in here now
Right,
because they are just marvelous.
yeah. And I heard that other towns have been here to see it and can't wait to get one in their town. So-
Including a lot of my relatives.
Oh, is that right, eh? Is that right? Okay. So, let's see. There's lessons, that you'll give lessons, and then there's time with the simulator, right?
Yes.
So, people can hire you and pay for lessons for an hour lesson, or,
Yeah, don't usually go quite that long, but you can have a half an hour included on the simulator in it that gives you the opportunity to practice what we just taught them.
okay? Okay. So, people can just call you then to book an appointment to?
They can.
Okay,
Or they can call the business here, the simulator, where the simulators are.
yeah,
They can call there too. My cards are there anytime. They can pick them up.
okay. And that's downtown on the Crescent in Surrey, right?
It is,
The
yeah.
new Chip and Chirp?
Yep.
That's what it's called, Chip and Chirp?
It is.
Yeah, lovely, lovely. So they can find your card there, and then they can call you at 204,
And no, actually, I don't have that number. They're better to text me because I still have a British Columbia
oh, you
number.
do? Okay. So what number can they text you at then?
At 250-584-6009.
Okay, that's great. That is very good. So they can contact you that way, text you that way, find your cards down at the Chip and Chirp. And then after that, people can also practice their lessons that you've given them at the Chip and Chirp. And there's a fee that goes with that,
Yeah.
right? They charge so much for a game or an hour or something down there
Sure.
as well, but they can pick up that information certainly at the Chip and Chirp. I'm so glad that they're allowing you to do that out of there. It's going to be very handy.
It was very much, they happened to run into me in the Legion one day. I sat beside them, it was the only chair that was there.
Oh,
And he said, "You're Wayne Oates?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "I've been trying to get a hold of you for 3 weeks."
oh, there you go. In a small town, that's what happens. You just run into people all kinds of places, right?
It's marvelous,
Yeah.
I love it.
For sure, for sure. So, and you'll teach men, women, and juniors to golf, is that correct?
Absolutely. I've had 2 classes of juniors so far, since I've been here.
Mm-hmm.
And they're very good. It's great to have the juniors.
Oh, my gosh, I helped out with the juniors at the golf course for a number of years with Brenda Weeb. She kind of ran that program, and some of us ladies would come out and help with the kids. Man, they can pick up quick.
Yep.
Really quick. We took them out for 3 holes sometimes, and by the end of the 3 holes, those kids had their swing down pat compared to some older adults that took a long time to get rid of either the baseball swing or the hockey swing, and,
Yeah.
you know, but the kids are really quick
They are.
at picking it up.
And it's like molding putty, you know, when they're young,
Yeah.
you can just create whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's great.
For sure, for sure.
Yep.
Okay, so, well, thank you very much. Is there anything else you want to share with us?
I don't think so. I think that what we're going to be able to do, we'll be able to expand upon at Chip and Chirp
Sure.
this winter. So I hope that folks will give it a good chance,
Mhm.
at least come out and see what it's all about, because it is marvelous.
Yes, yeah, it's a beautiful facility.
It
Yeah,
sure is.
Yeah. Great. Thank you very much, Wayne, for coming in. We really
Thank
appreciate
you,
your
Laura.
time.
We appreciate it.
Thank you very much for joining us here at Spotlight on Service. Have a great day.